Hello, I'm going to show you how to create a funky text t-shirt, basically a vintage style text only t-shirt, but not a boring text only t-shirt. So basically this is Adobe Illustrator 6.5, it's not the newest version. It's pretty much got everything that I ever need. I mean, I do use the latest version, but only for my work. But this is, just to show you the basics really in how Illustrator functions and how you can make it do stuff without any kind of having to download stuff or that kind of thing. So anyway, you select your text tool and you write whatever word you want. Can be birthday, can be dad, can be somebody's name. For this purpose, I'm just going to do the word retro. So there it is, and you just literally make it as big as you want. Now you can alter the size at a later time, it doesn't make any difference. Now this font's alright, it's a little bit dull and boring. The one I use is called Autolova. Now this is quite a groovy font, as you can see. Doesn't do very well with its O's here, but we can change that, that's not a problem. As you can also see, I've downloaded a vintage colour palette, like a retro style one. All that is in Google, type in vintage colour palette or retro colour palette, and it brings you loads of them up, and you can just click and drag it into Illustrator, so you can use it as your sample. So here we have the words, and it's not great, doesn't look great, black, a bit boring. So I want to tilt it. So get our rotate tool, and we tilt it. Go as much as you want or as little as you want. It's entirely up to you what you feel works, what you feel doesn't work. So I'm going to put mine about here. I might even go a little bit more, to be fair. Straighten this a little bit here. Now it looks a little bit uphill, so I'm going to what they call a shear tool. So you click on the bottom, shear tools here. You'll see it, this one. So it's kind of shearing to the right. Click anywhere at the bottom of the text and click and hold at the top of the text here, and you can just drag it wherever you want. So I'm going to straighten it up a little bit there. Excuse me, that was my phone. So we've done that bit, and it looks a little bit, still doesn't look great, does it? I mean, the E's too far away from the R. It needs a tidy up. So the best way to do this is to convert this text to outlines, because otherwise it's a little bit more tricky in text format. Yes, you can change words if you spelt something wrong, but you're not going to go far wrong with a couple of words, are you? But letters. So what I would do is I go to type here and create outlines. So when it creates outlines, obviously it draws around the text, but it groups it all. So you can't select individual letters. Best way of doing this is ungroup it. Now I use Command, Shift and G on my keyboard, so that ungroups it. Now if I click away from it and click back on it again, each one's individual, which is exactly what I want. Now I think the R could do with being a little bit bigger, so I just select the R and get hold of the corner, make it a little bit bigger. I think the E and everything else is, I think the T and the R are a little bit too big. So let's reduce those, let's bring them closer to the E. Same with the O, we are going to alter the O as well, I think. So that's and then bring that a little bit further, make that sit nicely in that little groove at the bottom here. So that tidies that up no end. Now I'm not happy with that O there, so I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to do go to outlines so I can see what the thing looks like. Now I want to straighten this line out here and also this bit here. So, and this is, it takes a bit of time, bit of skill, bit of patience to do it, but you can do it. Select your white arrow tool and select the nodes, individual nodes. So that's selecting that one, and then press your delete button so it'll take them out. Select that one because that's going at the wrong angle. Also select this one, also going at the wrong angle. When they're blue, solid blue, they're going to go, they're selected. When they're white, like this one, they're not selected, just that blue back point there selected. Now we want to get rid of this as well in a bit, because that's not quite right. That's wrong. And this bit here is wrong. So they're the bits we want to replace. So we go to our pen tool, which is here, click on it once. Now it'll give you that plus sign, and when you get to the end, it gives you that, you see it change Now select it then, so you're now linked to this node, and I want to link to that one as well. So all I do is move my mouse down here, click on there, click and hold there, and you'll get a little pull-in node. So you'll see what I mean. When I click and hold there, it's creating me a line. It's straight, it's no good. I'm holding the mouse down, and if I now pull downwards, you'll see it creates me a little tool where I can now make it a circle, make it a nice curve. So that looks alright. We'll see how it looks in colour when we select it, but we need to do this one. So we're still on the same tool. So we now click that one. Yep, that's where we want it to be. We go there, click once and hold and drag. And we can create it that way. So now let's have a look. So we do our Command and Y, which is back to that thing. Now it's close up. Looks alright close up. Let's have a look. Now that looks great, doesn't it? That looks okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Looks more like an O, looks more like the word retro. So that's what we want. So now select it all. You see here where it's copying across the other letters. Now if anything happens, you select something and put a stroke line, it's going to put a stroke line in there and it's going to look a bit weird. So you want it to be one thing. So go to Window, if you've not got this open, a thing called Pathfinder, which is here. Mine's already open, which is there. So in here is a loads of different ones you can use. I only ever use this one, which is Unite, and this one, which is Divide. So I want to unite the whole thing together, so I click that. See, now it's all gone. It's all one, and it's great. It works. It will keep the whole thing together for you. So now we've got our text. Great, that's what we want to use. Looks good. So we want to colour it with these colours here. So the first colour you want to use is your light colour. So what you do is you literally select it, click and hold it, and you want to duplicate it. So the way I duplicate it is I hold down the Option, Command and Shift key and just pull to the left. So it keeps it on the same level, so I can't go up and down with it as my mouse is, but the text is in. It goes left and right, and it's also, as you see in the mouse, copying it, and then release. So that one is the one I'm going to, that's my top copy, that's my bottom copy. So my bottom copy is what I want, so I want that in my second colour. So I want to put that in a, so I'll put that in orange, let's say, because I want this top colour here, this one in the lightest colour. So again, sorry, I get my eyedropper tool, which is here, which is then I can select the colours as long as I'm selecting the thing I want to fill the colour with. So I want to fill it with that colour. Now that might not work so well, that orange on top of there. I don't think it'll work too good. No, so what I will do is I'll change that again, dropper tool, to that blue, which I think will work a lot better. So I want to put a stroke line on this blue here, on this blue text. So I grab the blue in the colour box in this palette here, at the bottom left there, click and hold that colour, drag it all the way over to here. So it's now in my swatches. So now I can select, that's my stroke tool, click the colour I want, strip the stroke line, so I normally do 10 point, make it nice and chunky, round off the cap, round off the corner, in case you get any spikes or anything like that. That looks okay. Now what I want to do here is it's a stroke line, so I want it to be part of this text. So I go into Object, down to Path, outline the stroke, and you'll see it makes it now into a path. Now it's all, that'll be 3 lines if you look at it in the wire view, but we don't want that, it's too complex. So I'll leave it in this view so you can see. You go again to your Pathfinder, which is here, click on Unite, all one. So now that we bring that over to the top here, place it in there. It's a little bit off skew, so just click on it once, grab it, pull it. Again, a little bit off skew. You might be better off seeing it in this one, just because you can see where the other line is. If I can get hold of it, that's it. Don't have to be perfect, because again, we're going for that kind of retro style. So that looks okay. I'm not sure that actually works, that blue. So let's try a different colour. Let's try this brown here. That might be better. That looks a little bit better. So we're going to funk this up. So we've selected the brown, which is the only one selected. Other way of doing this is literally by locking this. See that orange, the yellow? If I do my Command and number 2 it will lock that layer. I cannot select that yellow now, just the red, brown. So I want to do like a step down shadow. Now the way to do this is Effect, all the way down to, where's it gone? Transform, Distort and Transform. So you want to transform. Now here's the great bit actually. So forget this, the scale. You don't want it any bigger, any smaller. You want it to stay exactly the same. You want to move it slightly to the left, slightly down. Now I always do 0.4. You can do more if you want, and it's literally playing around with it. Literally, that's all it is. And you want copies. So I do 20 copies, which gives you 20 copies. Will step down from there by 1.4 millimeters that way and that way 20 times, and you'll see what it does. If you look at a preview, gives you a groovy little font like that, a little drop like that. So you okay that. But why not incorporate all these colours as well to make it look even groovier? So we've got the yellow, we've done the brown, we can't use those again. So what we need, I would literally, you can grab that tool again. So click and hold, Command and Option, and drag. So that's another copy, and we're going to change that colour. So let's change it to that orange, or yeah, let's go to the orange. So that's in the front. We don't want it in the front, we want it at the back. So we centre back. So I don't use the quick. I use the quick keys here, so I've no idea where it is on here because I don't want to look at it. If you want to use the quick keys, it's literally Shift, Command, and your brackets left and right, up and down. So there, see it going up and down, and then you bring it up here and line it up with there as a copy. So you hold down the Option key because you want to keep a copy down at the bottom there. Let go. So let's change that colour. Let's do, I don't know, let's do that colour. That'll be funky. Again, you want it to be at the bottom. So drag it up there, let go. Sorry, keep your Option key on. Let go. Let's have another colour. One more. What we haven't used? We haven't used that light brown. So again, we just literally take it up there. There's no need to do your copy tool because we don't want another copy. That's it. And place it roughly up there. And that's it. That's the colours you want. That's how you want it to look. So you see we've locked that layer. That's why it didn't move. So we unlock it. Is Command, Option, and number 2. That unlocks that layer. Select all that. Group that. So Command and G is grouping it all together. So we don't want that anymore. Let's just delete that. So that's our finished text and groovy, how it looks, whatever. But it still looks a little bit too clean for me. It needs to be a little bit more rugged, in my opinion. So what you do is you select it all like that, group it all, and you go to this. It says transparency. If you can see it there, this box here. So it'll be in your window under transparencies. So you want to make a mask of this. So you select make mask, yes. Clip it. You want to do the clip pass, yeah, no, and you want to invert the mask, no. And this is where you put in what you're going to do. So this will appear. So now you go get what you want to put in there. So you want it to look warm. So what I use, you can download these off the internet as well. These are called, I think they're called rough. I think that's the only thing they're called, rough. Roughed up. There it is. Now you open that, and it's just panels basically of rough pieces of text. You know, sorry, rough backgrounds. So like that. So you select it. So now you see the green eye selected. Copy it. Go back to your document. Click in that white space there up here, and press and paste it. Go Command and V, and there it is. And then you can move it. So you'll see it. Make it all, you know, rough looking and stuff like that. So then you want to drag it a little bit bigger. Just drag it out a little bit. I would select another one, so literally you click anywhere and do another paste. Another one will drop in, and you just move that to where you want it. Looks great to me. And then that, if you've done with that, you literally just press on the little white window here where it's got your, not this one, the one on the left, and that will bring it into the actual picture. So there it is. That is as simple as it is. And then, you know, you save it out as a PNG file, obviously, which is export and PNG. So it'll have a clear background, so PNG up there. You can have a look at it on background, so you just put yourself a little block on the back here like that. So say you want to put it on a black t-shirt, I'll do it black. Send it to the back and have a look. Looks alright, yeah. So the thing you put in is comes through on the t-shirt. So the t-shirt, whatever the t-shirt colour is, those speckles will be that colour. And it's as simple as that. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful for you at least, and I will be doing a few more every so often. If there's anything you want to see, anything at all, complex, difficult, easy, just put a message in or whatever you're going to do, and I will try and get onto it for you. Thank you.